Beloved friends, I am Ashtar, here to greet you from the vantage of the galactic light forces and to speak with you about a subject so many of you have wondered about: the return of the Anunnaki. You have asked whether such an event might serve as humanity's first contact with an extraterrestrial race. While the idea of ancient gods returning has captured imaginations for millennia, there are multiple layers to this story. I will do my best to shed light on what we in the higher realms observe, while also encouraging you, the ground crew of lightworkers and starseeds, to stay focused on your essential mission. First, I want to emphasize that regardless of whether any group of extraterrestrials is involved in your future first contact scenario, your role on Earth remains the same. You have come here as volunteers, wayshowers, and anchors of higher frequencies. In your daily lives, you do the work of bringing divine love into manifestation, tuning into the light of the Creator, holding a frequency of compassion and peace for all beings, and facilitating the continued evolution of consciousness on Earth. These tasks do not change based on who might appear in your skies or how your leaders may handle disclosure. If anything, such events only emphasize the importance of the work you do every day, quietly, steadily, building the foundation for humanity's ascension. Now, let us address the Anunnaki themselves. Many of your histories, mythologies, and alternative theories have merged them into a singular race, but this view can oversimplify reality. In certain ancient Mesopotamian texts, the name Anunnaki referred to an entire pantheon of gods, offspring of Anu, and not a unified species in the literal sense. Later authors popularized the notion that these deities were in fact aliens who arrived on Earth. Some proposed that the Anunnaki came from a hidden planet called Nibiru every 3,600 years to mine gold or other resources. Others expanded the story to include different star systems, such as Sirius or Lyra, positing that the Anunnaki were hybrid creations or part of a cosmic drama spanning multiple galaxies. This modern patchwork of theories has turned Anunnaki into a Rorschach test, a label onto which different groups project their own narratives about creation, control, or cosmic salvation. From our perspective in the galactic light forces, the truth is that the Anunnaki concept has indeed splintered into factions over eons. Some among them once viewed humanity as a resource to be exploited, genetically modifying early humans for labor or dominion. Others, in stark contrast, recognized the spiritual potential of human beings and strove to guide or accelerate your evolutionary process. This division is not so different from what you see in other star races. There are those who serve the light, and there are those who, for a time, follow a path of service to self. The historical friction on your planet witnessed in mythology, ancient epics, and modern conspiracy circles reflects the tension between these opposing intentions. A question arises: if there truly is a plan for certain Anunnaki contingents to return, would this mark humanity's official first contact event? The reality is that your hidden alliances and secret programs have already dealt with multiple extraterrestrial groups for quite a long time. Your governments and certain breakaway factions have been aware of ET presences, including some with Anunnaki links, for decades, if not centuries. They have sealed away much information, including records of humanity's ancient connections to these beings in archives unknown to the general public. Indeed, as some of you have heard, places like the Vatican's restricted vaults may contain texts revealing how certain negative Anunnaki factions once sought to manipulate Earth for their own gains. It may surprise you to learn that behind-the-scenes negotiations with various star races, including any negative Anunnaki elements, have already taken place to ensure that further interventions of a harmful nature do not occur. In short, the possibility of a giant Anunnaki invasion is highly unlikely. Far more probable is a gradual unveiling of these old alliances and eventually a positive first contact scenario orchestrated by benevolent forces. You might also be aware of rumors describing a fake alien invasion plan, sometimes referred to as Project Blue Beam. The idea is that certain darker segments of Earth's power structure would stage a spectacle using holograms or advanced technology to simulate an alien threat, hoping to create fear and unify humanity under more oppressive control. we can confirm that such a plan was indeed conceptualized. Some conspirators even toyed with weaving the Anunnaki name into the script to amplify the mystique. However, at this stage, too many souls on Earth are awakening for such a deception to succeed. The possibility cannot be fully discounted, but it has far less potency now. Your vigilance, combined with ongoing cosmic support, makes it an exceedingly fragile scheme. Humanity stands on a precipice where it no longer needs to be caged by illusions of external saviors or enslavers. You have grown through centuries of spiritual study, starseed incarnations, and higher consciousness living. Today, you witness something interesting. The collective quietly shifts toward introspection. Where once anger and forced opinions dominated your social spaces, you now see many choosing a gentler path, turning inward to reflect. That is partly the result of the light you, as starseeds and wayshowers, have steadily anchored. You have held space for your fellow humans to move away from perpetual hostility, to release some of their fear-based viewpoints, and to find new possibilities within. In the near future, an additional wave of cosmic energy will bring further DNA activations to those who are ready. This may spark another leap in your intuitive faculties, your empathic sensitivities, and your direct communion with the divine. Such expansions help ensure that when genuine contact occurs, whether it is with recognized benevolent star families or with a more surprising party, your vibration is sufficiently stable to handle the new frequencies. This readiness also helps you discern whether an arriving presence is aligned with service to self or service to others by how it feels in your heart center. If certain negative-leaning Anunnaki or allied beings have at times insisted that Earth is their planet, you should know that no group truly owns your world except Mother Earth herself. Universal law recognizes free will and respects the sovereignty of all planets. Of course, you have also dealt with reptilian, draconian, or Borg-like collectives who for centuries believed Earth was an easy conquest. We assure you that in these times, the higher councils of light stand in firm support of humanity's ascension. That includes ensuring that no single negative group can bypass cosmic law or remain on Earth indefinitely against the planet's will. The presence of multiple star fleets around your Earth's orbit stands testament to that vigilance. In tandem with these cosmic developments, watch for civilian-level disclosures regarding the Anunnaki narrative. Pieces of your history that were suppressed may surface in esoteric or spiritual circles, giving you hints of your deep heritage. Many channels and researchers will come forth with new interpretations of ancient texts, some well-grounded, others perhaps more fanciful. You, as discerners of truth, can remain balanced, read widely, reflect deeply, and measure each claim against the resonance in your heart. Remember that your government leaders are not the sole gatekeepers of truth. Authentic disclosures often occur through spiritual explorers, archaeologists with open minds, or even new vantage points in quantum science. The crucial point to absorb is that while these revelations may be fascinating, your job remains one of alignment with Source. Surrendering to the flow of divine love is far more productive than fixating on who might show up in your skies. Each of you has endured personal experiences with control versus flow, fear versus surrender. When you cling or grip life from a place of fear, you cut yourselves off from the fluid, effortless magic of the heart's domain. Flow and surrender do not make you weak. They reconnect you to the universal currents that always guide and protect. Just as the negative factions have thrived by encouraging fear, so can you dissolve their influence by simply not engaging with it, by returning to peace within yourselves. You might wonder about the starseeds among you who carry Anunnaki DNA. Indeed, some souls lived lifetimes as Anunnaki or in other star lineages where Earth's genetic experiments unfolded. These individuals return to Earth now to balance karmic ties, to bring healing or reconciliation. Their tall stature or certain unusual traits might hint at that cosmic ancestry, but in truth, the real essence of each soul transcends any single gene or star-based lineage. What matters is your present alignment with love, not your distant cosmic allegiances. You are here to create a new paradigm on Earth, one of unity and compassion, beyond old patterns of domination and subservience. The significance of unveiling these truths about your ancient Ed interactions is less about sensationalism and more about forging a new relationship with the cosmos, one grounded in mutual respect and higher understanding. You have advanced enough technologically and spiritually that open contact is on the horizon. That contact, however, may not revolve around the Anunnaki specifically. It might be the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, or a federation of benevolent collectives, or it might unfold in a subtle manner such as telepathic communications or sightings in local regions that eventually become mainstream knowledge. The precise shape of first contact is flexible, subject to your collective readiness. That readiness emerges from what you do now, how you tend to your personal inner work, how you release fear, how you welcome the next wave of light that triggers your DNA's dormant capacity, and how you hold space for others in those times when negativity or false narratives swirl around you. Return to your heart. You have discovered that the heart center is not just a poetic notion. It is the gateway to higher dimensions. Every dimension you wish to explore is accessible through your inner alignment. This is not a theoretical concept. It is a living practice that changes everything. Your ability to manifest, your resilience in adversity, your capacity to sense truth behind illusions, and your openness to divine synchronicities. As further revelations about the Anunnaki or other ancient star influences come to light, remain sovereign in your discernment. When you approach these unfolding discoveries in a state of peace, excitement, and curiosity rather than fear or speculation, you empower yourselves and uplift your collective. Your path toward ascension has been a dance of many star races, some benevolent, some less so, all woven into an epic tapestry of human evolution. Yet, the greatest impetus for your success has always come from within your own hearts. Galactic intervention helps maintain equilibrium, but the choice to ascend is yours alone. This is why we remind you again and again to release any illusions of helplessness. Flow with the divine currents that wish to carry you home. Soon enough, the illusions of secrecy around your shared cosmic history will fade. Documents and testimonies tied to intelligence projects like remote viewing of ancient Mars or glimpses into the hidden archives that mention advanced civilizations will spark broader realizations. The seeds of these disclosures have already been planted. They will blossom when your collective consciousness can integrate them without succumbing to fear. Rest assured, no matter how the storyline about the Anunnaki evolves, no matter who tries to exploit it or reinterpret it, the unstoppable truth is that Earth belongs to you and to Mother Earth. In unity with the divine, the forces that long believed themselves sovereign over you are learning they cannot bypass universal laws forever. So, dear ones, continue to ground yourselves. Continue to master the art of surrender and flow. Let go of mental grips that feed worry or sensationalism. Rest in the truth that you were never meant to stand in fear. If you find yourself tensing, notice that fear, bless it, release it, and return to your sacred center. You will discover your true strength in that peace, your authentic power in that gentleness. Soon, the illusions that once held you in thrall will lose their grip. That is your real path to liberation, not only from negative extraterrestrial influences, but from every form of limitation. I am Ashtar, and I stand with you in loving solidarity, reminding you that all is progressing according to a divine tapestry. No single group, no matter how ancient or apparently mighty, can alter the ultimate destiny you share with Source. Remain patient. Be watchful for new revelations. But above all, guard your heart's purity and your capacity to love. Then, whenever first contact in the physical does occur, whether under the banner of the Anunnaki or another star family, it shall be greeted not with terror, but with a knowing that you have long been galactic citizens in waiting. Embrace your cosmic heritage with grace, dear ones, and trust that your path is guided by the highest light.